Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online radio box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on the Jeff Releford Show here on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. How is everybody doing today specifically? Man, I want to let y'all know, man, I'm doing great. I'm wonderful. Everything is going smooth and easy for the day. Yeah, we're going to say that. Everything is going smooth and easy. And I hope on today, everything is going smooth and easy for you as well. So y'all know how we roll when we get on the show. We got to get moving. You know, we make our announcements, and then that's how we roll. So I want to let y'all know and remind y'all where I'm doing my broadcasting from, okay? Boom, baby. We're here at the Vibe Studios here at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. It consists of Ryan Reader, the VNO, what you know, myself, Life Coach Jeff of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace, baby. If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. We make up the Vibe Studios. So if you want your podcast or your radio show produced, we can do these things here for you. And we actually have equipment up here at this location that can help you do that. And I do believe we also travel and we help with setups as well. So y'all come on, holler at us. You can reach out to us either of any of our inboxes on our social media pages. Look us up. Y'all know where we at. Get at us for sure. All right. And also, y'all have to remember, this is the motivation night here on Biggs Radio. Okay. So we got myself on the Jeff Releford Show from 5 to 6 p.m. We got Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris. And also the Dinah Lynn Big Show from 8 to 10 p.m. Okay. So we got y'all locked in from when y'all go ahead and y'all get off from work to when y'all get ready to go to bed. And then y'all can kick it with Al Greer for bedtime stories. Okay. At 9 o'clock, I believe. Y'all can kick it with him. No, I believe 11. I'm sorry. 11 o'clock. Y'all can kick it with bedtime stories with Al Greer. Because that's how he roll, people. That's how he roll. Al Greer is that man. So y'all tap in with Al Greer as well. And the number of what am I trying to say? Personalities that we have on Biggs Radio. Y'all stay tapped in with us, man. Listen, if you got any music that needs to be played, hit us up at biggsradio@gmail.com or also give us a call at 773-462-4447. And if you would like an interview spot, hit us up. This is how we roll, man. We are looking for people to interview all the time, not just artists, but also business owners as well. So please give us a call at 773-462-4447 and also email us at biggsradio@gmail.com. Also go to biggsradio.com. If you want to know about the radio station and our personalities, everybody that we have, you want to learn a little bit more about who we are and what we do, tap into biggsradio.com. That has everything that you need to know. All right. And also, your boy does have some things going on as well. Got a couple more announcements, and we're going to get right into today's show. All right. Now, listen, y'all know your boy is part of a group called The Collab, man. We do shows every quarter, once every quarter. This quarter's show is going to be The Danger of Delusion, hosted by our boy Dr. J in the house. Okay. The Danger of Delusion, hosted on May 2nd, 2025 at 7 p.m. We are selling tickets, people. They're $30 each at a private location. Dinner is included. We only have 15 spots, okay? You can hit me up on either my Instagram or my Facebook, okay? You just type in Life Coach Jeff on Instagram or Jeff Releford on Facebook. You can hit me up. You can send payment confirmation for the tickets and whatnot. Then we'll go ahead. We can send your ticket. It's a good thing, y'all. And you also have a chance to win $100 also. And you could be on the panel with us for a night. Yeah, y'all. So come on, y'all. Y'all tap in. We're gonna carefully select that, hand pick that person. But tickets are $30 each. We only have spots that are limited, only 15 spots, people. So y'all tap in and tap in with us. It'll also be live stream too, but sometimes we want y'all to come in person. So y'all show up in person. So as I said, you can go ahead. Tickets are $30. May 2nd at 7 p.m. Tap in. The money can be sent via Cash App to $JGBA 1984. All right. So y'all tap in with us. See what we got going on. Also, your boy will be at Weedy Graw 2025. Okay. I'll be at Weedy Graw 2025. Tapping in with my people. You know, it's brought to you by Nina Waters Ministry and Mood Changers. All right. Sunday at 420 event, food, games, entertainment, and more. Hosted by D. Smith and Nanette. Okay. At a private location, 7 p.m. to until tight security. Go to ninawatersministries.com/shop to purchase. And also the birthday boy. Shout out to Shy Blizz. Homie Shy Blizz, legendary brother in Chicago, radio personalities, who was also my brother, Shy Blizz. It's his birthday today. He will be on the ones and twos for this event. So y'all please tap in with Nina Waters Ministries and Mood Changers for Weedy Graw 2025. All right, man. I think I got everything out the way. Oh, no, I didn't. I got one more announcement. Shateria Beauty, y'all, had the pleasure of seeing T.L. Williams at 106.3 yesterday and everything. So it was good. It was nice seeing him and his wife there, tapping in with them again. It was kicking it with Blizz and Monix, Melly P, Ken Folks, and the whole crew up there, man. And I had a great time. But Shateria Beauty, man, I say this all the time. Look at these locks. Look at these manes. Okay. They have an event that they'll be coming on and promoting this weekend on Saturday. Okay. I believe it's Locks and Love. I'm missing something else on that. But they have a event that they'll be on. We'll be promoting this week. They're going to come on, sit on for the podcast. We'll talk about it. So it's going to be great, man. But yeah, Chicago's #1 vegan hair care brand, Shateria Beauty. Okay. #1 vegan hair care. Okay. I'm telling you, they have great stories about how they are helping cancer patients regrow their hair. Okay. Telling y'all, tap in. That's SHATERIA Beauty. And y'all can also go to www.shateriabeauty.com. That's SHATERIABEAUTY.com. All right, y'all. Well, your boy is in the building. And, for today's show, we're supposed to have Bad the producer, but Bad cannot make it for today. Chicago traffic is heavy, y'all. Even when you leave, when you coming from them sides of the city, I don't care if it's the north, south, the east, or the west side. And yes, there is an east side. I heard there's an east side of Chicago, people. So y'all don't fault me for that. Don't talk about your boy. Traffic is near. Traffic is everywhere. So y'all be safe out there. Buckle up. I understand, man. The weather's changing. We're going to see more people out and about. So y'all be safe. But that's why my man can't come today, because traffic is heavy. And it just kept pushing him back and back and back. So we're going to actually reschedule. But I met Bad the producer. I've talked to this brother. He is a great guy. Great guy. And I'm pretty sure when we have this interview, y'all are going to be very much entertained. Yes. So I'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, man, transition, man. Go through a lot of transitions in life. I am currently in a spot of transition. And I think that each and every one of us at times are in a spot of transition. Sometimes we just don't know it. Sometimes these things are foreign to us. We're oblivious to the fact that other things are going on in the background at times. But I'm in a period of transition, and I want to let y'all know that that there are certain things to do when you're in transition. Okay. Transition always doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a great thing, depending on how you look at it and your a forethought that comes along with it. Okay. Try to tell you, man. When you're going through transition, you don't want to be freaking out. You don't want to be acting a fool. You don't want to do none of that. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you remain calm, cool, and collected during transition. So let's give an example here. And I will share this because I am transparent, people. I am very transparent. Okay. Y'all know how I roll. Y'all know how I am. I'm sharing this so I could teach for a little bit. So let's teach, people. Let's teach. I'm in a transition right now where we have our studio here, and some people are kind of, transitioning out, That means you have to know what to do and how you want to market uh, and move something when technically you're at the helm of a certain spot on your own. That is different from me. That is very different from me. Your boy is used to doing stuff in groups. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm used to doing some stuff in groups. There are some things that I have going on that are strictly led by Jeff Releford, and I love it. Oh, please, baby. Oh, I love it. Ain't nothing like creating something on your own. Let me just throw that out there for my creators, for my people out there who doing their thing, for my one-on-one individuals. What I mean by one-on-one is one-on-one with you and your business. I understand. I feel you on that. But when it comes to certain parts of this, I'm used to working in groups. So I'm used to people using their gifts and talents for different things. And sometimes you just walk away. But with this particular one, your boy is kind of stumped a little bit, you know. Y'all know I've been doing radio for a little over a year now. Well, no, not a little. Yeah, a little over a year now. I've been doing radio. And shout out to Biggs Radio for giving me that opportunity. Always giving the opportunity, man, to people. And I appreciate them for that because Dinah Lynn didn't have to give a brother a chance, but she did. So I'm always thankful of that. And with me doing radio, you know, it's a community of people. There's always things to pull from, people to learn from. But with this particular thing, with the Vibe Studios and how we move with this, you know, this is a new chapter, a different chapter. It's a good chapter. Okay. Let me rephrase. Let me say this, people, because sometimes we look at things and we like to turn them into something negative when it doesn't have to be something negative. Sometimes you have to learn that maybe certain positions that you're in or certain things that are used are maybe to set you up to be at the forefront of something. Maybe so that what you could do is you could provide that certain piece for what it is that you're involved in to be put out front and to be noticed. Because it really is out front and it's noticed. So what I'm trying to say is, people, sometimes what you got to remember is through certain transitions, every transition has a meaning. Okay. Everything has a meaning. I don't care what it is that you are doing in this life. Everything that you do has meaning to it. Everything that you do has purpose to it. It's just up to you to go ahead and figure that particular portion out. That's what it is. It's up to you to figure that particular portion out. So think about the transitions that you're going through right now. Think about something that could be going on in your background that you're totally unaware about. Or think about something that you are totally aware of, right? If it's something that you're aware of, ask yourself honestly, how am I handling that? Am I handling it with a calm, level head? Is it something that's really taking a hold of me? Is it something that's really hard for me to transition out of, you know, or into? Sometimes we have to let some things go in order for some things to come in, right? Oh, that's a double whammy right there, transitions, baby. Sometimes you get that 2-for-1 deal. A lot of times, honestly, we're not ready for the 2-for-1 special. You know, we're not ready for the 2-for-1 special, but that's how it happens sometimes, y'all. I just want to break that down for y'all. That's how it happens. In order to invite something new into your life, sometimes you have to let go of the old. I'm not going to say sometimes. Majority of the time, all the time, you have to be willing to let go of the old part. Because think about it. Your old part hinders you of progression in most cases. The old part of you can only get you so far. Right? Just come on. Just hit me for a little bit. Y'all listen to a brother real quick. Understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. Try to see if it resonates or it makes some sense to you. A lot of times, those old pieces of you, we'll say love and relationships. Oh, because that's the hot topic, right? Love and relationships, transitions, love and relationships with people, right? So let's say you're entering into a new phase of life with your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Y'all can want to live together, or you could be getting married, okay? You start to realize that there are certain things that you are seeing that you've never seen before. There are certain things that are happening, things that you've never experienced before. But you have to ask yourself these questions and say, look, is this something I'm ready to do? Is this something I want to do? Now, hopefully, I would hope and pray. Like this ain't an episode of Love is Blind, people. This is not an episode of Love is Blind. Shout out to Love is Blind. I love watching that show. It is great. It is awesome. I do believe that if people come ready and wanting, they can find love. So that's the thing with this, y'all. When you're going through transitions in this type of climate and period of relationships, whether it be marriage or boyfriend and girlfriend, are you willing to be ready for something like that? Have you asked yourself that question beforehand? Just beforehand. Have you asked yourself that question? Are you ready for it? And sometimes we ask ourselves these questions when we're going through transition with certain things, because some things come up and we don't know it, right? Some things come up, we don't know it, we ain't ready, we're not about to give in to anything, we just not ready. We're not there. Our mindset is not at that specific place that's telling us, okay, I'm ready for this. A lot of times transitions come abruptly. They come when you least expect it. But sometimes you have to mentally prep yourself ahead of time for that. And it's okay to do that too, people. It's okay. Listen, I want to tell y'all this. Don't always think for the worst of things. Okay? Don't always think for the worst of things. Very interesting. I had a conversation with my wife while we talking about prepping for the worst of things, and I did mention marriage. On Love is Blind, there was a person, a particular couple, but a particular person who's a part of the couple wanted a prenup. It wasn't the man. Let me throw that out there. Let me just get it out there. It wasn't the man. It was the woman who wanted a prenup. Okay. Now, we all know what prenups are for, people. Okay. We know what they for. They to protect your assets that you come into the marriage with. So that way you're able to leave out with something, right? You're able to leave out with something. You don't have to just be, I can't say what I want to say, but you just can't be, you're not going to be heads up in this bad boy, right? You're not going to be heads up. You're not going to be left upside down. You're not going to be left with your tail in between your legs, right? It's to help you out. So, but the guy was saying, he was wondering why. He was okay with the prenup. He was okay with it. But I strongly believe in the back of this young man's mind, he was saying to himself, and they didn't get married, by the way, either. This particular couple did not get married. If you haven't seen Love is Blind, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to spoil it for you, but I'm just throwing this out there to talk about points of transition. And this just happened to be with a prenup, you know. They talked about this in the pods for a little bit, you know. But when it hits in real life, you know, people, we could talk about things all day, every day. We can run and jab the jaws, and we could be in that thing heavy. Okay. But when real life happens, you got to be ready for that joker. And that's how I kind of feel with the prenup. You know, they were behind closed doors. They were talking, you know, on Love is Blind, you can't see each other's face. So all you have is the voice, and you got to hope that people being real with you. And I guess that prenup and loving me for who I am, it just wasn't enough. You know, respectfully, I can see what a prenup can do. And I will say this. I will say that maybe it might be in the best interest. And this is just an opinion, people. This is just an opinion. I'm going to throw it out there. Maybe, because as I get older, I start to think about things a little bit differently. As I get older, I start to look at things with a much clearer mind and try to understand why things are the way that they are. Now, I'm going to start off by saying this. I know that love is love. Start off by saying that. And I do feel that if you do love somebody wholeheartedly, there are things that you will accept and you will fight for it, and you are in it for the long haul. But just in case, let's just say if something don't work out, do you want to be the man, or in a lot of cases the woman, who is left with your tail between your legs? And I say women because a lot of women, they want men to be the provider nowadays. You want men to be the provider. You want your man to go ahead and make the bacon, go ahead, take care of some things and bring it on home, right? I'm just keeping it real. I'm just saying it, telling it like it is, right? I have not met a single woman. Not many. I'm not going to say I ain't met a single woman, But I'm saying I haven't met many single women who are in that mode of saying, you know what, let's build it together. Like, if you have your stuff and I have my stuff, we could come together with it. Now, some people will say, okay, yeah, we got assets. We can come together. We could do some things. But I'm talking about in terms of building something and then keeping something separate as well. Because it's okay to do that. I believe it's okay to do that. I think it's okay to do that. I still get my bills paid. All the bills are paid. Things are taken care of, blah, 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 blah. And it's combining things is always with money. But I feel that in 2025, maybe a prenup might be okay. When we start looking at, and I'm gonna say this not from a man's aspect, okay? Not from a man's aspect. But women, if you want your man to be the provider and you want him to be the one that makes the bacon, brings it home, let's just put this in a perspective, okay? Because this is an area transition. Oh, I'm gonna get there. Just follow your boy. You want the man to make the money, bring home the bacon, do that and such. What you should do is, if you sign the prenup, you're actually just protecting what you're coming into the marriage with. So I would encourage some people to build up some things. I would encourage some women build up some stuff. Have something for yourself. Don't worry about circumstance or anything that happens in that right. Don't worry about it. Because the thing is, if you do some stuff for you and you say, okay, this is what I came in with, you run the risk of that possibly not being divided. I'm just saying. I do see a good part of that. And I know there are many other things that I'm missing out on too with this conversation. I would love to have a lawyer here to talk about certain things like that. So that stuff can get broken down. I would love that fully. I think I might have to set that up one day. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we could talk about these things. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. So that way one party doesn't get caught with their head between their legs, tail between the legs there. And you could do your thing. But that's just my opinion, people. That's just Jeff Releford's opinion. You don't have to follow it. It's not law. It ain't G-O-D, Gizzard. It's not that. Just letting you know. That's my opinion on it, y'all. Because I do feel that to some way and to some extent, we all want to be protected. And I use that example as a way of transition because that's a lot of women's reality out here. I'm going to be transparent again. When I was married the first time before, when I was married the first time, I was the one making all the money. I looked my ex-wife in the face and I told her, you can stay here at the apartment if you want to. But I had to remember, I forgot in that brief moment that she had not been working. She had not been working. So with her not working, she looked me back in my face and responded and said, well, how am I going to pay for this? I didn't think about that. I was trying to send a nice gesture. I was trying to make it easy on you. But y'all see how quickly that turns into something? So that's why I say I think even on a lower level, it might be okay to get something like that. So, but still, people, love your partner. Love who you with. Please do. Love your partner. Love who you with. Don't be ready just to crap out real quick just because of the fact that, okay, they snore. All right, we can work around snoring, right? I snore. My wife works around it. She is a light sleeper too, by the way. But we work around it. Just because somebody don't want to pick up a little bit after stuff. I'm not saying you messy. There's a difference between messy and some clutter. You know what I mean? I know some messy people. There's a difference between mess and clutter. That man and that woman got a little clutter. Pick it up after them. Do a little something. Don't keep tabs of what you do. Oh, excuse me. Somebody must have yawned on the other end listening. Shout out to all the listeners, yo. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to my people in Atlanta. Shout out to Ohio. I believe, where we have some parts of, was it Florida? I believe it was Florida. Yeah. Shout out to y'all listening, man. Tune in to Jeff Releford Show, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. I thank y'all for tuning in, yo. Yeah, we talking about transition, y'all. Transitions, different types of transitions. Yes. Because this one with relationships and marriage, man, we could talk about this for the rest of the show. I just don't want to drag it out. Because some of y'all do need to learn some stuff. Male and female, men and women. Okay. I don't like to go ahead and draw the line between the sand and pick a side. I don't like to do that. There are some aspects I understand from a woman's point of view. Some aspects, or majority aspects, or a lot of them, I understand from a male aspect. So, so when we start talking about other things, that's when we get a little shaky. One day I might have a shake-up show. I don't know. I might call it the shake-up show. We might have a shake-up show on here. I don't know. I got to figure out if I want to do that. Do your boy want to get canceled? Or do you want to stay on the air? No, let me stop. No, man. We never going to get canceled out here. We never going to do that. But we do want to make sure we provide our listeners with some good content. So I think I might have a shake-up show one day. Might invite my boy Monix out here so we can talk about a few things. Because if y'all don't know my boy Media Monix, he definitely likes to stir the pot a little bit. Sometimes that's what we need. Stirring the pot is good, okay. In some cases, stirring the pot is okay. Y'all got to understand, man. It's good to be well-rounded out here. It's good to be a well-rounded individual. Shout out to my well-rounded individuals that's listening right now. Shout out to y'all. It's good to be well-rounded because at the end of the day, knowing people and understanding people for who they are, what they bring to the table, from different cultural backgrounds, that's a great thing to be able to do. I'm telling y'all, when you have a feeling when you can sit down with anybody and hold a conversation with anybody, that's one of the most amazing feelings. I might be shy at first when I come out and I start talking, but you're able to have conversations with people and you're able to talk about different things on a deeper level. And oh man, excuse me, somebody must be yawning for real on the other end. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna find you. You need to stop that yawning because it's transitioning right here. They said scientifically, it was a study done to show that if one person yawns, another one will catch it. I'm just saying, it was a scientific study. I wish I could have saved it as I read it. I did not know that I'll be bringing this up again, but yo, it is for real. For my people wondering on the other end, it's real. But yeah, yo, transitions, man, transitions. Having a baby is a big transition. I went through that in my life. We ended up losing our first child, and that's our first and only child. But we're gonna try again. But we ended up losing our first child. That was a transition, especially for my wife having a stillborn. That was a very big transition. That was a big transition for myself as well. Looking at you being a father. Wanted to look at the fact that you're going to have this little girl because we were going to have a girl and she was going to grow older, We were going to have something we raising from a very small child up into a grown adult. That's something. Big transition in your life when you find out that that's not going to be no more. Big transition for women dealing with the hormones and all that. Some go through postpartum depression, the whole nine. People, that is real. It is real. For my people saying you can just get over it, I don't like to say that. There are some steps you could take. You just can't get over something like that, baby. You got to work through it. You got to work through it. Let's do some quick shout outs to some of the listeners out there. Shout out to Marantz, alias Moon, my boy Marantz. How you doing, buddy? Shout out to my guy Edward Jenkins in the house, D Smith period, and also Nikisha Spiller. Shout out to y'all paying attention, listening to each and every one of y'all over the airwaves. That's just having a lending ear. It's beautiful, man. This is why we do what we do. We don't do it for me. We do it for y'all. Do it for the people. We do it for the people. But yeah, that was a big transition. Like I said, you go through postpartum, you go through certain things. And when you go through that stuff, like I said, I just don't like to say that you can get over it quickly. No, it's real. You got to take time. You got to take steps. But those are different transitions in your life that you go through. And then reaching another point to where you want to have another child. That is another step as well. I think sometimes what we try to do is we want to make things perfect. Even with something like this, You want to make it perfect. But tell y'all trying to have kids out there, that's never the perfect time. Just go ahead and do it. Just try. If you try, you'll walk away with something. It might take a minute for some of y'all. Some of y'all might be fertile and real quick, but things happen. You got to try it out here. Got to try. That's how we roll. So, yeah, that was another transition that happened in my life. That's a transition that just not happened in my life, but many other people's lives around this world and in this country. Around this world and in this country, many other people who have gone through stuff like this. And that's why I'm so glad that I chose to talk about this one for today, because this is something that we can all relate to. This is something, again, y'all sitting in your cars, y'all sitting at home, y'all are listening, and y'all are like, man, this brother talking, because I'm going through something right like this just right now. I'm in a period of transition. I'm in a period where we're moving. I'm in a period where I don't know where I'm going. I know I'm going somewhere, but I don't know where I'm going. So what do I do with that? Like I said, big thing is you got to remain calm. You got to remain hopeful. You always got to remember that, listen, there's some type of light at the end of the tunnel with everything. You don't always have to go into a panic about everything. A lot of times, people, it's not worth panicking. I don't care what you're looking at. I don't care how it's being flipped, dipped, made, or done up, or dressed, the whole nine. No need to panic about anything. Take some time to ponder and wonder. Okay? Let me raise my hands up. Let me tell y'all, it's because we are all human beings. We all have emotions. Deal with your emotions. Get them out there. Clear them out. Deal with it. Okay? Deal with your emotions. Get it out there. Make it happen. So when it comes to the time when you actually have to face the transition, you'll be ready. A lot of the times we can do prep work ourselves, but a lot of times we don't want to do the prep work because we have to accept something. We have to face something. We have to look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is it. And then you're faced with, now, what am I going to do? So don't be scared of the what am I going to do. Embrace the what am I going to do. Look at it and say to yourself, well, how can I? You can. Will you? You will. If you want it bad enough. If you want something good to come out of something bad enough, you'll do it. That's each and every one of us, including myself, in transition, because I want something good to come out of this transitional period that I'm in. I will do what I can to make it a good transitional period. We're not going to waste no time. We can't. We can't waste time, people. Can't waste time. If you choose to waste time, what's going to happen is things will go and pass you by. Opportunities, people, your experiences. These things will just pass you by. And you don't want to be left. You don't want to be left thinking or wondering why or if. If you wonder why, let it be because you actually took some action and it possibly just didn't go the way that you wanted to do. If you have to ask yourself why because of something like that. Okay? That's what I challenge you to do. But if you got to ask why and you haven't even taken any steps to correct the why while you're in your transition, that's something I don't agree with, people. That's something I can't run with. That's something I can't rock with, because the scripture says faith without works is dead. That means your thought process was what you want without any works, without any things that you intend on doing or want to do, cannot happen. You will be stagnant. You will be at a standstill. Nothing can become of what it is that you want to do because you haven't put anything behind it. Come on, man. I'm talking to a few of y'all out here today. Talking to a few of y'all. That's all I need. I don't need, I for real sure, I only need to talk to one of y'all. If I talk to one and one got it, I'm with it. We in the game, baby. So y'all follow me today. Y'all listen, man. Pay attention. Because, again, I don't give y'all nothing that I haven't had to go through myself. Can't do it. Because if I go ahead and I give y'all something that I haven't gone through myself, what is it for? Yeah, it might sound good on a reel. It might sound good because some other person said it. But nah, we got to be relatable to each other. We got to make sure that each and every one of us is in this game because life's for everybody. I'm gonna say that one more time for my people in the back. Life's at everybody. Don't nobody get no free rides. I'm gonna tell you this. It might look like a free ride to somebody. It ain't always a free ride. Shoot, somebody told me the other day, Jeff, you making this look easy. Oh, it look easy. From the outside, baby. From the outside. When you look at what a person is doing from the outside, but it takes some sacrifice. It takes some time. It takes a little bit of dedication and consistency to do these things. So if you want it bad enough, people, in your transition, if you know that you go make it, if you want to be a human and realize what you're going through, but accept some things and then move forward, invite transition into your life. I'm not telling you that's always going to be easy. I'm not telling you that's going to be the best thing in the world for you. But there comes a time when you have to be ready for what's going to happen in this world. And if you don't want to be ready, I feel in my heartest of hearts that life just has a way of humbling you. This could be through people or situations. Think about that, people. This can be through people or situations. Because please believe, try to treat everybody right the best way you can while you're here on this side. Please do. Because you can either make your life a crazy one or you can make it a good one. So choose to treat people right so you don't have to go through those type of transitions, whether it be friendships being transitioned. I've been there as well, where I've had friendships transition. Okay. And when friendships have transitioned, you take it how you want to. I had to get to a place where I wasn't hurt by that. Can't be hurt off a decision that you choose to make. Some decisions are great decisions to make. Sometimes you have to realize that when you go through certain things, you do certain things of this type of nature, it's okay. And I don't want to say cut people off, because cut somebody off is just like, yo, if I'm going to cut you off, that means if I see you, I ain't talking to you, I ain't saying nothing, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. No, I'm not going to use that verbiage. I'm not going to say cut people off. Sometimes it's good to distance yourself from others. How does that sound? That sound better, people? I think that sounds a lot better. I think that sounds better. Sometimes it's great, and you have to realize to know that you can distance yourself from people to keep your peace. You don't have to treat them bad. Now, because some of y'all get that. Some of y'all get that misconstrued. Some of y'all get it confused or mixed up or misconstrued with something. Okay? What you got to remember to do is let me put it this way. When you're distancing yourself from people, you can't just not show love to others. That means be kind, be cordial, be nice. You can't just stop being nice to people. If you got to walk in front of somebody and have a stank attitude in front of them, that ain't going to work. See, that's all you, because you're choosing to hold on to something. You can't walk up in front of somebody and choose to have a stank attitude or a bad attitude with somebody. That's not how life works, people. It might work that way for you for a little bit, but there's going to be some point in time in your life where you want to stop holding grudges. Come on. I don't like holding grudges because of the simple fact of that when that person comes back around, you will have something in your heart towards them. And as soon as you see that person, it's going to come out. Is that something you want everybody to see? Some of y'all probably don't care if people see it or not. Let's just be real. Some of y'all don't care how y'all emotions come off to people. Some of y'all just like, okay, bump it. I'm good. I'm going to put out whatever it is I want to put out. I'm going to be how I want to be. I'm going to say what I want to say. But I'm going to be very honest with y'all. While y'all dealing with people in transition in periods of time that might seem unfavorable for you, you don't want that. Every time when I've dealt with people who act like that, I had that mentality, it never turns out good for them. It might not be in that instant or in that moment as it's going on. They might be fulfilled. They might be happy. They might feel great. right? They might feel great, but honestly, what's going to happen later on down the line? Let's be real, people. What's going to happen later on down the line? Sometimes you carry on that resentment, you carry on those grudges, you hold on to certain things. And what did we talk about earlier? We talked about relationships and marriage briefly. And you don't want to carry over stuff like that into your relationships, into your marriage, into your friendships. I want to tell y'all, man, just because one person treated you bad, that don't mean all of them going to treat you bad. Ladies, just because one man cheated on you, that don't mean all of them cheaters. Men, just because one woman had an attitude, that don't mean all of them got an attitude. Okay? Now, regardless of what we might see in our culture, because I want to say this, what we might see in our culture, because y'all know I'm African American. Okay, we just gonna throw it out there. We gonna say it. Boom, bada, bam. All right, I'm African American, and there's certain things in my culture that I see that are things that are learned, are things that we can change, things that can be transitioned into something better. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Once again, I have the authority. I can say that because I am African American. For my people who aren't African American, y'all can't speak on it, so don't speak on it. But I will. I tell you what I see. What I see is a lot of different, judgmental things coming out. I see a lot of times when we look at certain people like men and women, when we look at men and women in our culture, there are a lot of expectations, sometimes high expectations. Sometimes the expectations are a little bit lower when we go to other cultures. I'm not saying it's like that all the time. I'm just saying that sometimes the expectation can be a bit lower. Now, whatever you have in your mind as a set standard or expectation, that's what you got to go off of. But sometimes when we start asking for, well, this person needs to make this amount of money, this person needs to do this person needs to do that, or this person or this man or this woman has these type of responsibilities or these types of roles. Sometimes they're challenged. And it's okay for them to be challenged. But in our culture, I do believe both male and female, we have very, very strong beliefs on what we think about the opposite sex. I don't think that's right sometimes. I think a lot of times, we should just roll with the punches, know what we doing, keep it moving. Roll with the punches, know what you know, and keep it moving. No need to put other things under a microscope and start being very judgmental and analytical when it comes to certain things. Because I'm telling y'all start doing that, then we got some problems. No need to be judgmental and too analytical when it comes to the opposite sex. Just know that people are people. One person's going to do what they want to do, just like the next one. Choose to accept it. Be an adult, be grown, and accept it. All right, y'all. I'm going to remind y'all. I want y'all to ponder on that real quick. I want to remind y'all where we at, baby, again. Let y'all know. Boom, baby. We here at the Vibe Studios here at 2075 Rush Place in Lake Station, Indiana. It consists of Ron Reed of the VNO, what you know, myself, Jeff Releford of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus. Also, Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace, baby. If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also, Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. We make up the Vibe Studios. And if y'all need a podcast or y'all radio show produced, or if you choose, okay, or if you choose to have a documentary or something like that about you, we do things of that nature too. Y'all hit us up on any of our social medias that we can take care of that as well. Man, and also, got to remind y'all, this is a Jeff Releford show here on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation, man. This has been a good show on today. Good show talking about transition. We hit on a number of points, hit on a lot of points. I want to let y'all know I didn't have a show plan for the day in terms of what to do individually. Y'all know I do a lot of this stuff off the cuff, man, off the rip. The rip. Okay. The rip. And I thought about this last minute to come and talk about this because you got to remember, man, that's stuff that each and every one of us are going through. We always have some type of transitional period in our lives, whether we know it or not, or whether we choose to accept it or not. Sometimes we just have to take a little bit of accountability for what it is that we're doing. And I know y'all don't like that A word. Every time when I say the A word, y'all get to dropping off on a brother. I know it's tough, people. I know it's hard out here. I know it's hard. But there are times when you are going to have to say, look, I did this and I bought it on myself. No time like the present, baby. No time like the present. If you wait to the future, who knows if you even have that time to accept it, right? So sometimes it's just best to accept that accountability while you're here in the moment, because you don't want the moment to pass you by. You don't at all. You don't want that moment to pass you by. You don't want nobody to sit up here and say, man, they was like this. They was all rude and mean and nasty. No, especially when you have a chance to change it. When you have a time and you have a chance to actually change it, people, real talk, change it. Do you. But if you're going to do you, do yourself in excellence. Be you in excellence. Be you in anything that you wish to be great in. If you want to be great, you got to do it greatly. Okay? If you want to go ahead and be good at it, at what you do it justly. Do it kindly. Do it wisely. Do not do anything to be manipulative or malicious towards people in order to get what you want. I know that might be hard for some people. And the reason why I say it's hard for some people is because naturally and inherently, now some of y'all not going to like me for this one, but I'm going to say it. Naturally and inherently, in order to be successful, sometimes it does seem like a form of manipulation or trickery in a way. You know, I see it with managers. I see it with bosses. I see it with higher ups all the time. All the time. But it's not. I just want to tell y'all that it's not. Some things are just because you need to get some things done. You got to make some things happen. So when I say don't do anything maliciously, don't do anything that's in your heart that you want to have some type of vengeance or you want to get over on somebody in order to make something happen. If you want to be great naturally. If you want to be successful naturally. Be good at what you do. Be good at what you do. But just take the high road. Take the high road and know that it's okay. Some people blow up quick. Shout out to my man Joe Mirage in the building. Okay, I have to say this while we have a short amount of time left. Joe Mirage, I met this brother through the homie Born Rich. Shout out to Born Rich, who's always plugging me to great people all the time. My brother in Christ there, man. He's a good guy. Met him through Born Rich. His name is Joe Mirage. Joe Mirage has something called The Joe Show. Okay? The Joe Show. And he went through a period of transition, people. I was thinking about this today. Yeah. I was going to bring this up. My man lost everything. All of his footage of his shows, his audio, the whole nine. Lost everything. But my man is he's still going. He is going to keep going. He said he wanted to give up, but he can't give up. I don't blame you, brother. When you have something good like this with what you're doing, when you're trying to be positive, when you're trying to make a difference, when you're trying to just do some things, got to keep going, people. Especially, like I said, my man lost everything. If I was to lose all of my videos and all of my footage and everything right now, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably go wild. Too. I probably would act a fool because y'all know we do double duty over here. We go live and we go on the air. So we've got multiple ways for you to watch or listen to the show. You can go over to the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus YouTube channel. Redirect, Regroup, and Refocus. Okay, you can go there. You'll see an R with a 3 built in it. That's the logo for it. That's the channel we go ahead, we stream on. So we stream that too. stream on the Facebook, you know, and then we got Biggs. So we got multiple ways for y'all to catch the show. You know, multiple ways for y'all to catch the show. So if I lost all of this, that would be something. I'm telling y'all, I wouldn't know what to do. In transition right now, we're trying to get all my clips out and different stuff. So I had to shoot to y'all. But I'm telling y'all, another transitional period, yo. My guy went through it, but he's still going on. He's covering great shows. He's doing great. He's meeting good people with good connections. I'm telling y'all, man, I say this every week. Every week. It is great to network out here. If you ain't out here telling people what you do and why you do it, come on. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to tell you, man, somebody is really wanting what you have. Somebody really wants what you have. All you have to do is you have to put yourself in a position so people can get it. Honestly. Let's be real. Put yourself in a position, people, so somebody has a chance and an opportunity to see who you are and what you have to offer in this world. Because if you don't do it, I'm telling you, it'll pass you by. Well, I'm telling you, it'll pass you by, and it'll pass you by so fast, you won't even know that it was there. Be present in every moment. Be present in every moment. Telling y'all, I didn't quite learn that till I got older. Be present in every moment. I just turned 35 in March. My wife will be 36 next month. Be present in every moment. Telling y'all. Just me being present in the moment has brought me in close contact with great people. Great people that I know that are going to be something, that are going to be somebody. A lot of people who are in their early transitional stages of their careers, whether it's singing, acting. I had the chance to interview a model that I met through Shondell. Shout out to, oh my gosh, what is that girl's name? I see her all the time on my Instagram, but she is doing great things. I'm trying to tell y'all, model icon. Yeah. If y'all have not tapped into Model Icon, please tap into that. They do a great job of putting out models, okay, and letting you transition to any age that you in, any age group that you in. They'll take you from young and what's considered to be old if you're getting into modeling. They'll take you. And they set you up for success. They'll get you on billboards. They get you on advertisements, the whole nine. So shout out to Model Icon, because I had the opportunity to interview them at one of Shondell's events, Power 92, which he'll be having something again. We'll be at Simeon Alumni Village Hall on the 3rd or the 4th. Probably going to be the 4th. It's going to be a Sunday. On the 4th of May, we'll be up there doing our thing again, y'all. So your boy, Life Coach Jeff, is going to be in the building doing his thing. So y'all know how we roll. We interview the people out here. We stay plugged in. Because he got to, whether it's on the underground scene or when we starting to make this mark on a national level. We getting plugged in, baby. Getting plugged in. So yeah, listen, man, I really thank y'all for tuning in to your boy. I thank y'all for really paying attention, staying with me in these transitional moments, okay? I let y'all know about some things that I'm going through in my life. Hopefully it was relatable. Hopefully it was something that you can take a look at and really see for yourself and understand and say, you know what? Maybe there's some steps that I can take in order to hone in on my transition a little more. Maybe there's some things that I can look at to be a little bit better out here for me. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to tap out of the Jeff Releford Show. So y'all can go ahead and listen to some of this great music. And y'all can gear up for Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris, starting at 6 to 8 p.m. So y'all tap in, and then we have Donnelly Biggs on the Donnelly Biggs Show from 8 to 10 p.m. So y'all stay tapped in. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation on the Jeff Releford Show. And as always, we are also syndicated, okay? We play on 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. So if you miss the new episodes of the Jeff Releford Show, you can go ahead and catch me again, okay, at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. So, all right, y'all. Shout out to all the listeners. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and name a few of y'all. Shout out to my boy, Baz Simmons in the house, Nino Nagash. We have Ashley Breevely, D. Smith, period, Nikisha Spiller, Emil Watson, one of the faithful followers, Emil Watson, Morant's alias Moon, and Edward Jenkins. Listen, and many more who are over the airwaves. I just thank y'all, and God bless y'all for listening and following your boy. And as always, redirect, regroup, refocus. I love y'all so much. Peace out. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the Online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go.